Is he the face of the UFC, Dustin? At this point, what does he need to do to be recognized at that?
I think could be pretty close to it. He's headlining International Fight Week. He goes out there and knocks this guy out again. I mean, everybody's talking about him, right?
You know, I think when you're trying to have that as your title, right? Because we have seen so many great guys and women that elevate themselves to be thought of as the biggest star in the company. This man here, because of his consistency, because of his activity, because of the time he spends in the octagon, is why people respect him. Look, Conor McGregor will always be the biggest star the UFC has ever seen. But Conor McGregor doesn't fight anymore. It's this guy right here. And it's this guy because this guy shows up. And you never can appreciate anyone that is not here, right? This guy's always here. So you can never take him for granted. You will miss the days that Alex Pereira is not the champion anymore because he fights so frequently. No champions, guys, fight as much as this guy, Teddy. When I was the champion, Teddy, I fought once or twice a year. When you go to chase that belt, you'll fight 3 times a year just to get there. Fight once or twice. Once you get it, Alex Pereira does not live by those same rules.
Not only fights, but fights anybody.
Anybody.
See, that's the thing. You know, I mean, it's enough that, yeah, I'd say yes, put my hand, yes, but we used to have a fighter. There was a fighter, my favorite fighter, Henry Armstrong. He had 200 fights. I mean, that's never going to exist anymore. Fought everybody. And he had the greatest fight name of all time, Homicide Hank. Now, those guys were tough guys back in those days. They didn't care. They just said where, how much, and where. Right? But when you got a phone call saying you're fighting him, and you say, okay, no problem. Who, yeah, how much, where, okay. And who? Homicide Hank. Click. Click. That was the only time you got guys that actually hung up the phone. And it's kind of like Pereira's that way, where the opposite, where he never says no to whoever the name is. You know, you could come up with any name, and it's, yeah, he's there. And you know he has to be good. You know he has to be going to a special air, a special realm, when he's got a solid, really tremendous fighter like Jiri talking about spirits.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, once you go there, once you got a guy going there, you say, this guy is taking it to another place.
We'll see what kind of spirits he could summon on International Fight Week. DC, you've headlined this show in dramatic fashion, getting that heavyweight belt, becoming a double champion. What does it mean to headline this event midsummer?
It's awesome, man. When you're in the UFC, there are certain dates that you want to fight on. You want to fight Madison Square Garden. You want to fight International Fight Week. They used to have a fight at the beginning of the year in January. You want to be there, Super Bowl weekend. You want to fight on the big cards. I was able to do those, and it means more than anything because people come from all around the world to experience this weekend because of the UFC X and everything else, which tomorrow, guys, Chael and I will be doing our show at UFC X. Don't miss it. But, I mean, there are just so many reasons why you want to fight this weekend. One quick point on Pereira before we move on.
Okay.
I was talking to him the other day, and he said to me, he goes, and Teddy spoke about the stare, right? He said to me, he goes, I can always feel when they break. He goes, they talk a lot. And he goes, but the moment I'm right in their face, I can feel it change. And I think that's what Yuri's talking about. He's saying, oh, he's calling them spirits. This guy doesn't blink. Mm-hmm. It's so scary to watch him whenever he's just standing. He does this.
That's right.
And he just stares him down. And everybody he fights is doing stuff like this. Let's go, let's fight. And he's like, okay. Yeah.